Dentistry is changing at a very fast rate. When I opened my clinic in 2011, I used to place 100% PFM crowns. And at that time, very few doctors used to do veneers. But in this 10 years, lot of things have changed. Now internet has increased the patient demand, expectations. Patients know about grinding of tooth. They want perfect shade match. And as a dentist, we also have to meet up their expectations. We have to give some restoration which are non-invasive, which have perfect shade match, which can meet their expectations. But these newer restorative materials, their luting cements are a bit confusing. There are a lot of materials and luting cements nowadays in a market. There are many dental companies manufacturing luting cements. And each company make at least 5 to 10 types of luting cements. So in starting days, it was very confusing for me to choose a dental cement because there are a lot of options. I didn't know what to use, when to use and how to use it. Hi, I am Dr. Rohit Sharma from GDS Dental. Today we are going to use about Variolink. And if you are new to luting cements, resin cements, then I will advise you to watch my previous video about evolutions of luting cements. I have shared its link in description below. Friends, yesterday I have bought this Variolink N intro pack, and before opening this, we should know what type of resin cement it has, what is its property and what are the indications to use it. So, resin cement can be divided into 2-3 categories. First, we are going to see how can resin cement be divided according to its curing. We can have 3 types of curing: self-curing, light curing or dual curing. As the name suggests, dual cure means that it can set on its own or by light. Some companies manufacture resin cement which are initially activated by light, then it will cure chemically its own. But some dual cure resin cement can also be set its own whether you apply light it or not. And in some cement, light only accelerate the reaction, but the total polymerization sets by chemical reaction. But if we are talking about this intro pack about Variolink dual cure cement, then its reaction starts by light, then it will carry on by its own by a chemical reaction. This basically gives you time to place a veneer inlay only, and after you are satisfied with your placement, then you can light cure and you get a sufficient time to play with it. Next type of resin cement can be self-cure, which means it has a base and a catalyst. When we mix it, a chemical reaction sets in and it polymerizes. And lastly, light cures resin cement. It means we have to put light on it to activate its polymerization reaction. Our Variolink resin cements come in 2 forms, LC and DC. LC means light cure and DC means dual cure. And here question arises, isn't it dual cure better than light cure? Why company manufacture a light cure resin cement? A dual cure material saves our time and we get 100% surety that it will polymerizes from inside. Then why company manufacture it? Answer to this question may be like this. As you know, resin tend to change their color with time. In dual cure cement, there are unreacted co-initiator from polymerization and residual benzoyl peroxide which tend to change color with time. So, in veneer cases, LC cements are better. But I have very small number of patients of veneers, so I use this cement in inlay and onlay also. And hence, I have bought dual cure resin cement. Next, we can also categorize resin cement according to its adhesive property. Like these resin cements comes in 2 forms, adhesive cements and self-adhesive cements. In adhesive cement, we need to apply separate bonding agent. And in self-adhesive cements, we don't need any extra bonding agent. Our Variolink cement is a adhesive cement, so we need extra bonding agent to make it bond with tooth and restoration. So here question arises, self-adhesive cements are better, it saves our time, our material. So why not company manufacture Variolink in self-adhesive cement? So answer to this question is self-adhesive cement, though it saves our time and energy, but they have less bond strength. And in cases where we have less retentive properties in veneers, inlay, onlays, we need our bond strength to be maximum. Hence, to have maximum bond strength, Variolink has to be adhesive. And we need extra time and bonding agent to make it bond with tooth and restoration. Next, we can also categorize resin cements according to self-etching and non-self-etching. As the name suggests, self-etching means it has some acid in it which etches enamel and dentine to have a good bond strength. And in non-self-etching adhesive cements, we need extra etchant phosphoric acid on tooth or hydrofluoric acid on lithium disilicate or sandblasting in zirconia crowns to have a good bond strength. And again, here question arises, self-etching cement saves our time. It also saves our lot of energy material. So why not company manufacture Variolink as a self-etching adhesive cements? And answer to this question is that self-etching resin cements have acid in it which can etch enamel and dentine, but this acid is very weak. It may be sufficient for dentine to modify its hybrid layer and have a good bond strength on dentine, but it is very insufficient to etch a enamel. If etching of enamel cannot be done sufficiently, then we cannot achieve maximum bond strength. And in order to get maximum bond strength in veneers, Variolink has to be non-self-etching. And we have to apply separate etching agent on tooth and on restoration separately. So overall, we now know what type of resin cement Variolink has in this box. This particular box contains dual cure resin cement, which is non-self-etching, and we need extra bonding agent with it for the tooth or for the restoration. But still I am not ready to open this box because I have one more question in my mind. Ivoclar also manufacture multi-link resin cement, which I have already in my office for luting crowns. So why I need extra resin cement for my veneers and inlays onlays? And also Variolink is costlier than multi-link. So why should I buy Variolink separately? So answer to this question is basically lies our criteria for selecting resin cement for veneer luting. For veneer luting, we need 3-4 criteria for a luting cement to fulfill, like color stability, polishability, minimum film thickness, and control over setting time. Let's first talk about color stability, as it is very important criteria for a veneer. As we all know, composite need initiator to polymerize, and most common used initiator is camphoroquinone. But camphoroquinone alone cannot form radical. So amines are added for camphoroquinone. But again, amine has disadvantages that it discolor with time. And for luting veneers, we cannot afford that our luting cement changes color. Our patient will going to kill us if a veneer changes color in 1 year or 2 years. And second main difference between Variolink and multi-link is that its curing style. Variolink comes in light cure and dual cure. In dual cure, for setting Variolink, light has to be applied for setting a polymerization chain reaction. It will not self-cure until you apply a laser light on it. But in multi-link, as soon as base and catalyst mixes together, polymerization starts. And in sometimes you may not get enough time to adjust to clean the proximal areas or occlusion, or you don't get a sufficient time to even cement correctly. So you have to use veneers in difficult cases like veneers, inlay and onlays. And in both form of Variolink, like light cure and dual cure, light has to be applied to setting its reaction. So we cannot use this cement in radio opaque restoration like zirconia, PFM crowns, and thick restoration of lithium disilicate also, where light cannot reach the cement. So in these type of restoration, we have to use multi-link, we cannot use Variolink. And third main difference between multi-link and Variolink is its filler particle size. In Variolink, we have smaller size of filler particles, which leads to densely packed filler particles in Variolink, and which in turns give us advantage of higher polishability. And because of these densely packed filler particles, Variolink is more radio opaque, which comes in very handy when we see a radiograph and we can easily make out where extra resin cement has going. So in short, you cannot interchange Multilink with Variolink or Variolink with Multilink. You have to study its indications and use it properly. Otherwise, you won't get proper results. But in case you cemented veneers with Multilink, it will bond to tooth, but there are chances of color change. Now we exactly know what Variolink is. Now let's open this box and find out what this box contains and what function each component plays in a cementing of veneers. Let's open this box and see what exactly this box contains. This box contains 2 syringes of Variolink. As we know, it is dual cure, so one syringe is of base and other of catalyst. Each syringe has 1.5 ml, so total make it 3 ml. In 3 ml cement, I usually able to cement 10 to 12 veneers or inlay or onlays. These syringes have transparent shade. As I don't have so much cases of veneers, so I usually buy transparent shade and my restoration should mimic a natural shade. As I have translucent, final shade won't change. But if you have a practice in which you have many veneer cases, then I suggest you to buy other shades too, as you can change final shade during cementation. For example, if a final restoration appears less in chroma and you want final color little darker, then you can use yellow shade or vice versa. Variolink Dual Cure comes in 4 shades: yellow, white, transparent and bleach. Whereas Light Cure Variolinks comes in 3 shades, that is clear, +1 and +2. Our next component is liquid strip. As we all know, oxygen in air causes interference in polymerization of composite, which results in formation of oxygen inhibition layer, which may result in uncured top layer. So we should apply glycerin before final curing. This liquid strip prevents formation of oxygen inhibition layer. And last component is monobond N. Monobond N is also known as monobond plus. Basically, this is a metal primer and it increases bond strength with metal, zirconia and IMEX. We have separate video for explaining monobond. These kits do not contain instructions to use. It is my recommendation that you should read it from manufacturer website and follow manufacturer instruction as step changes from Ivoclad to 3M or Dentsply product. Friends, this is all about Variolink starter kit. But before concluding this video, let's talk about what this kit doesn't contain and which is required in veneer cementation. First is 5% hydrofluoric acid for etching lithium disilicate or IMEX. Second, it doesn't have phosphoric acid for etching tooth surface. Third, universal bonding agent for tooth. Fourth, sticky stick for holding veneers, inlay and onlays. Fifth, it doesn't come with Tryne paste, which comes in handy to check contact and occlusion. Friends, this is all about Variolink. But if you want to know more about veneers, inlays, onlays or have any query about this, or want to upgrade your skills, then feel free to contact us. We will be happy to assist you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel for watching other useful videos. Thank you.